What if I tell you that I spent hours, days getting absolutely crushed only to come back stronger? I'm talking about the latest hero in Marvel Rivals Season 1, Invisible Woman. She's powerful, strategic, and ready to dominate. But mastering her isn't easy. It's a journey filled with crushing defeats, unpredictable disasters, and surprising victories. I'll take you through the chaos, the frustration, and the moments that made me believe Invisible Woman is a force to be reckoned with. Stick with me through the struggle and triumph, and by the end of this, you'll see exactly why she's one of the strongest strategists in Marvel Rivals. My first game with Invisible Woman was nothing short of chaotic. I had zero experience, no idea how to defend myself from flanks, and I didn't even know how to use my abilities properly. Every move felt like a mistake. I was constantly unsure of when to use my abilities or how to make the most of them in the heat of battle. I was lost. Every time I tried to make a play, something went wrong. It was frustrating, but I wasn't going to let that stop me. After that first match, everything seems like it was falling into place. I got matched with some great teammates and we dominated that match. I racked up 28 kills, 11 assists and only 3 deaths. It felt easy, like I was already a master, but that's when the disaster hit. In my next game, things completely turned around. I was stuck with weak teammates and my performance was horrible. I died over and over, struggling to keep it up. It was a wake-up call. This isn't going to be an easy ride. I need to master every ability of Invisible Woman, or else there's no chance I'll make it. No chance I'll truly become a force in this game. In my next game, things started off strong. I took down both Mr. Fantastic and Captain America at the same time while also saving my teammate. It felt like I was finally getting the hand of things. But then the enemy Punisher used his ultimate, so I activated mine to counter it. The problem? I still had no idea how to use my ult properly. But trust me, I did learn how to use it later in this video, and that was my best ult of the entire journey. Even with limited experience, I played well this match. I was hitting good plays, but despite that, we still lost. I became the SVP of the game, but honestly, I wasn't happy with that. It was my last game of the day and I didn't want to go to sleep on a loss. So I decided to start one more match, this time with confidence, determined to win it no matter what. In this match, I had the moment to test my force ability. I used it, but it didn't work. The enemy Doctor Strange was using his shield, and that's when I realized something important. I can't use my force ability against heroes who have any type of shield active. It was a lesson I learned, and I was starting to figure out how to use it more effectively. We were pushing the convoy, but then disaster struck. I died to Groot's ultimate, then almost immediately after, Iron Man's ultimate took me down again. And then something happened that left me completely confused. I tried to use my ultimate, but it didn't work. Instead, I died maybe because their Winter Soldier grabbed me, or maybe it was a bug. Honestly, throughout this journey, I faced so many situations where my ultimate wouldn't active. I hope the developers look into this soon. But then came the clutch play. There Iron Man respawned and tried to use his ultimate against us. If we succeed, we were all done for. We were grouped up completely in danger. But for the first time, I used my force ability perfectly. And it worked. None of my team died because of me. That game was a turning point. I improved how I used my force ability and it showed I became the MVP of the match. I went to bed knowing I was one step closer to master Invisible Woman. The next day, my proficiency with Invisible Woman leveled up to 9. I felt confident, like things were finally going to get easier. Spoiler alert, it didn't. I got hunted down by Spider-Man and Black Panther. If you have played this game before, you know those two are a nightmare for strategy. First, Spider-Man took me out because of my poor performance. Then, the Black Panther came in and killed me and my other strategies as well. And just when I thought it couldn't get worse, Spider-Man and Black Panther teamed up to take me down again. It was brutal. I realized I couldn't keep dying to flankers like this. Something had to change. It was time to figure out how to really use Invisible Woman's abilities. So I turned to YouTube and found this video. He broke down everything about Invisible Woman's abilities. I learned that if I stay idle for 5 seconds, I go invisible. My attack and healing range is 30 meters, great for healing, but not ideal for attacking since I need to get closer to enemies compared to other strategies. But here's the game-changing tip. If I focus my normal attack on my teammates' feet or enemies' feet, I can heal faster and deal damage faster.
What do you mean by that?
Watch what happens in this next match as I put these techniques to the test. Alright, so in this match, keep an eye on this Penny Parker. She's super low on health and she tries to save herself from jumping to avoid damage and find cover. But watch what I do. I wait for her to jump and then use my force ability to pull her. Here's a trick I learned. If you use your force ability on an enemy mid-jump, you can push or pull them further than usual. Unfortunately, she got saved by enemy Luna's ultimate, so that didn't work out. But don't worry, I pulled the same move on Groot later in this match and it worked perfectly. Now let me show you something cool. In this scene, the enemy Star-Lord used his ultimate and things could have gone bad for my team. But I used my shield ability to heal myself and my teammates. Because I was staying invisible, he didn't see me. That's one of the things I love about Invisible Woman. You can heal and survive even in tough situations. Later in this match, I used my shield again, but this time it was for Scourger, not to shield her, this one for me. Invisible Woman can't directly shield herself, but if there's a teammate nearby, you can use the shield to heal yourself. Now here's a clutch moment. We were in a big team fight, and our Spider-Man was super low on health. I had a decision to make. Do I focus only on healing him and risk losing the fight, or do I heal the whole team and keep the fight going? As a strategist, I knew I had to think about the team, so I used my shield on him while continuing the fight and it worked out. Oh, and if you didn't notice, I was focusing on both my teammates and enemies' feet. We won the match, but there was still a problem. My accuracy. It was only 47, and that's bad. Especially for Invisible Woman, because unlike other strategies, I don't have any auto aim to heal my team. I actually have to aim at them, which makes accuracy everything. So I decided to fix it. I spent hours in this firing range working on my aim, and let me tell you, it made a huge difference. After all that practice, I could aim so much better. Just look at this scoreboard. I carried an entire team without dying even once. The accuracy speaks for itself. I was so close to hitting captain level, so I had to play as a master Invisible Woman now, right? But then, things went south fast. We were getting completely dominated by the enemy team. It was so bad, we were trapped in our spawn room. We couldn't do anything, but then I used my ultimate and suddenly, we took the corner back into our hands. Overtime hit, and somehow we managed to push through and reach the first checkpoint. That's when I realized we could do this. We just needed to push a little harder. We came so close to the final point, and it felt like victory was within our reach. Until the unexpected happened. There Storm, Mr. Fantastic, and Magneto all used their ultimates at once. It was devastating. They completely wiped us and secured their win. I gave it everything I had. I healed my team, damaged the enemies, used my ult to counter theirs, but in the end, it wasn't enough. We lost. And here's the thing, I even became the SVP with 25 kills, but honestly, it didn't matter. A loss is still a loss. And what hurts the most? I only needed one match to level up to captain with Invisible Woman. So I started my last match. But things didn't start well. We were getting dominated again. The enemy team captured the first point without even giving us a chance to contest it, not even for a second. I paused for a moment and thought about everything I had done to get here. I had spent so much time mastering Invisible Woman. I watched YouTube videos, I practiced my aim for hours, I learned every trick I could to perfect her abilities. And now, Was this it? Was this how it's all going to end? Was everything I had done worth nothing? No, I couldn't let it end like this. I needed to do something. I couldn't lose my last match like this. This was my journey and I had to fight for it. We started to capture the point, but then their Wolverine altered. He took out 4 of us in one blow and reclaimed the point for his team. It was devastating, but we still had time. I regrouped with my team and pushed forward. That's when I ran into their mantis. I decided to 1v1 her. I thought if I can take her down, we can turn this around. And it worked. We captured the point again. But the fight wasn't over. We were battling face to face with the enemy team. Their Wolverine altered again. This time for some reason he missed. It was a small break, but the enemy team became even stronger. They took us down one by one until all my teammates were gone. I was the only one left, hidden in my invisible state. The enemy had the upper hand again. It was 6 of them against me. So now what? Was I really going to lose my last game too? Was this how it was going to end?